WD40, WD40, WD40.
Well, I've got the WD40 kid on the bench, aptly named, because it's had WD40 in there, and it's doing strange things. The main problem is around this. We've got this RF unit here, which basically mixes up. Look on the circuit. We've got the VFO comes in there, which is about 5 to 5 megs. The local comes off the local board, or the AF board. And we've got a mixer here, a balanced mixer, and basically the product of that comes down here and through these switchable filters. And consequently, we've got one for each band. And what happens is, the idea is, when the modes, then the band selector goes low, and you can see I've put a bit of purple on there. That's just because I've got it in 20 meters, but it all seems to be switching. But it's got an intermittent fault. Now, I'm not sure whether this is due to having oil ingress on the board, I don't know. But basically what happens is, as these filters switch in, the signal will then come down here and be amplified. We've got our frequency to a frequency counter, which is obviously offset, and then we've got the product of the mixing. So you've got test point 1 there, which I'm currently looking on the scope. If you look carefully, it's running at about 23 plus megs. And currently at this point in time it's working. So I'm injecting a signal. It's just 14.1 megs. No, obviously just a dead carrier, nothing modulated. And you can actually hear that, tune. And that's behaving itself at the moment. If you look at that as I tune it, if you look at the frequency counter, and if we look on here, it's giving us an amplitude of, what's it giving us? Total amplitude of approximately 1 volt. I would have said it's a little high. I haven't checked the spec, but well, it certainly works with that. Now if we touch down here, you can see it disappears. And it's a bit difficult because it doesn't seem to be a dry joint. Checked all the voltages around here, these seem to be correct. A slight variation, which you'd expect. So I initially thought, it's doing it on all bands. So I suspect the problem is in this area here. So I'm going to do a bit more investigation. In that area there, with the amplification, is this section here. And that cable there is what goes out to the frequency counter. So when it goes, the frequency counter just goes into on, because it's just not getting the signal. And as you can see, it's just disappearing. So to resolve this issue, there's quite a few other issues with this radio, but this is the main one, first one I've come across. It needs some alignment with the looks of it, but let's see if we can sort this out. Okay, well, I've gone over all these joints here. I noticed there was a lot of, so I'm going to put some cable wires on here, thinking that there's a problem wrong here. That's not where the problem was, and I've tested this, I've taken them all off. That wasn't where the problem was. it was basically around here. So I've gone over it, I've run it up, it's stabilised. So there's obviously a bad joint there. And I've also cleaned the board in this area, because now this is where, obviously with the oil, or WD40 or whatever it was most concentrated. So I've given it a good clean, and I've got it, you know, I've cleaned it. It's still quite warm because I've had the hairdryer on it, you know, to evaporate it. So I'm going to put it back in and see what we get. Okay, got the board in, we're on 20 metres. Tap the board now, it's as solid as a rock. This is just because we're going over coils and stuff, but that's to be expected. Now there's a problem here. See the size of that waveform there with an amplitude of nearly 2 volts now. So clearly somebody's been in here, you can tell by looking at these. Some of the bits of ferrite have come off the slugs. And I'd say this has all been messed about with. These are bandpass filters. What the idea is, this, you know, which is basically an LO, a local oscillator, which is being generated by this. You know, we've got a constant. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it? Well, you're on site, but so you're going to get any slight variation. This mixer here mixes up the an LO with the PFO, and then along this network, for each band which is in, we have a bandpass filter, and these need to be tuned. Now they've obviously been knocked out of whack, and the reason this is, it gets set, and I'll give you a good example. When I tune this, if we look at the amplitude, when we take this, tuning it, you can see that's increasing in size. You can see it's decreasing in size. And what we need to do, we're going to set this so that it tries and stays as stable as it can through the tuning band. The VFO runs at a 500 kc shift, you know, that's its range. And I think it's 5 to 5.5, that's what they normally are. That's obviously we found there. But if we go to the other bands, we click here, we'll switch on to, it's going to be 30 metres, 10 megs. See, look, it's a lot smaller. So it's been played with, or there's another problem. When we go to another band, there's nothing there in the lower halves. First thing to do is sort this next problem out. It may just be alignment, but I'll take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to straighten it up. You've got to start from the beginning now, because with this you have to. Here, that is the band frequency oscillators which come in here, local in. If you look on the scope, currently on 80 metres, so we're pretty steady. If you look, it's changing its frequency. I think the thing to do, obviously 20, sorry, that was it was 40 now, that's 20. A bit smaller there, the amplitude's dropping down. So the first thing to do is sort this out first. These are up at 10. Just set them on frequency. See if we can make sure that the amplitude is set. It doesn't look too bad, but I'll just make sure that it's where it should be. So that's the first job. Okay, first thing, we're going to get all these on frequency. These are the band offset crystals. Obviously adjusting the what's names there, the transformers, and 80 meters, and we should be at 9845. It's currently running at 9849, so this is a bit out. So we start with 80. It's been on for a while, so it should be 9845. 9849. As good as it's going to get. Okay, next one, 40 meters. Well, I'll just go through this. Should be 214845. 47's a bit high again. This is 40 meters. I'm just going to go through this and set this up. Okay, updates. After much messing around, I've set all the things correctly, all the band crystal frequencies, the LOs. I've set the USB, LSB offsets. It had a USB problem, which was due to a wrongly wired mode switch. It wasn't working, switching the AM in, but that's now working. It's now working on USB. And all the bands that come up here, the LOs, are all nice, present, correct frequency, and they're approximately, I think they're about 300 millivolts. So there's quite a bit of amplitude at average. They go up and down a bit, but this premix area is out of tune. So if we take this down to here, you can see this is running. The only reason it's running out is it's still receiving on a low side band, but it's the premix is not letting it. It's been messed about with, or there's something gone wrong. It's just running out because it's just that the amplitude of the signal going up here isn't big enough for the counter to lock. Let's see if I know. Just around 80 meters. Oh, that's poorly. Alright, well the next thing to do, I'm going to sort this out. So you can see they've been messed about with. I think someone's obviously, prior to putting the WD40 in there, but I think they've adjusted some of these. They may be recoverable, I don't know, I'll see if I can do it. But go back up to the only reason it's flat is because the premix signal, as it goes off into to do its through these mixing, these bandpass filters here, isn't strong enough. It just collapses because that's out of tune. So that's the next thing. That's 20 minutes.
E votos que vão com muita boa saúde participar para isso, ok? Por cá está tudo bem, estamos dia de sol, mas temperaturas neste momento 4 graus centígrados.
Alright, next job, I'm going to sort out this. Okay, right, chained all this, we're on 80 metres. Well, I'm just going through them, you can see. all pretty big now. They're not at correct levels. I'm not quite sure what they are, but I'll get to that in a second. But so I'm back round to 80. I'm injecting a signal into it. It should be blowing its windows here, but it's not. So have a look on the circuit diagram. Oh, you sent me a good one here, Marky. And it didn't help because these bloody circuit diagrams and the service information is diabolical. You know, there's stuff written in there that isn't true. That I think it's done it deliberately so you bug your radio up. But that's supposed to go low and switch. This is basically front end. You know, we're looking at filtering, and you know, this is a bandpass filter, and this is what we're trying to receive. There's a signals going through here, and there's a resistor there which should go low when we go on 80 meters. But if we look at the meter, it's still high, and I've got the probe on there. And if I take it low, so I know there's a dry joint or something on there. Aha! I should receive it on 80 meters. Alright, I'll just go and jump in and sort that out. Hang on. Oh, here we go. You see that? Let's have a look. I don't know if you can see. See there? Can you see it? There's a crack across the board. It's taking those tracks out. There. That's why the 80 meters isn't working, because that's the 80 meters there. Now somebody had sold us some wires on here, so they probably had. I've taken them off because I couldn't see anything major wrong. So right, I'm just going to patch those tracks up, and then we'll see what we've got. Well, that's that problem sorted on 80 meters.
Das ist bestimmt der Hahn. Ich wollte mal eben darüber gehen in Wohnzimmer zur XL.
German.
Ich bin mal in ein paar Minuten wieder da. Wenn du nicht mehr da bist, 73, Grüße, Susanne. Okay, alles klar.
Alles klar.
Ebenfalls.
Right, so that's that. And the AM seems to be a bit flat on it. Commercial radio station. It seems a bit flat. There's anything up on 10. I'm going to carry on. It just wants these. I think these want alignments they've been messed around with, but I've got that straight. This is working now. VFO's quite stable, you know. Yeah, it's a free running VFO. Man. Anyway, how you got on with all your bits, mate? WD40 lives, but for how long?